Welcome and welcome back, everybody. Tabletop Toki here, and let's see if we are live. Everything has changed, so um, I think we should be good. All right. Forgive me. We're in a new space. Those of y'all who didn't see the last live stream, I did recently relocate, so it's been a little bit of a process getting set up. Just refiguring everything else out, setting it up in the new space. So appreciate y'all being patient. I'm just going to try to check the levels. Hopefully the mic situation is a little better than it was last time. I think I finally got it all connected. So let me know if it's too quiet, too loud, if it's still muffled. I can adjust the volume, but the quality we'll have to take a look at for next time. So thank y'all for being here. If you're here live, if you're here watching in the future, I have some games that I'm going to be unboxing today that I picked up from our sponsor, Noble Knight Games, who I am very grateful to. In fact, they're located here in Wisconsin, so I was able to stop in, which is why we have a bag of games this time versus a box. I was at Protospiel just last month and decided to pick up on this month's unboxing games while I was in town. And I also have a super special bonus treat game that I got while I was at Protospiel. So very thankful to our sponsor, Noble Knights. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. So I'm going to clear our space here. All sorts of games in here that I'm very excited for. It's been a hot minute. We didn't get to do an unboxing stream last month because my whole life was just boxing and unboxing as I was moving. So oh, let's see if we can get this a little more. There we go. Okay, so the first thing, the game that I want to get into before we get to the games from our sponsor is a game that was actually gifted to us by a friend of the channel, designer King Klinko. So this is Robo Rally Dice, his newest game, which if you're familiar with Robo Rally, it's a programming game where you have like these little bots battling. I only ever got to play the original once, but to my knowledge, this is a new version utilizing dice and some real-time mechanics, which King Kliko is definitely known for, and it's one of the things about his games that I absolutely love. Y'all may or may not have seen in the SimCity series, I did a whole video about his games and all of the great things that he does for word game design. So if not, you can check that out after this. But it looks pretty similar to Robo Rally, where you have like the arena, you have your specific robot and dice that you're going to be programming in real time, and then your bots will kind of move and battle based on what you have selected for them. So some pretty quick to read rules about how the bots interact with different elements on the board, what the different dice do. Very exciting. Oh, and we should look at the back of the box too. I'm just so excited. So we have racing robots. After a long day of work on the assembly line, the robots turn to the factory floor to the ultimate race course with dangerous obstacles, rival sabotage, who will be cunning enough to survive and win. So mostly a racing game. Full of robotic pandemonium. Use your dice to program your robot to tag checkpoints, attach powerful upgrades, and turn this dreary old warehouse into a fabulous, fast, and frenzied factory. That sounds really cute. It is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, about 30 to 45 minutes. So let's dive in here and see what we have for components. It looks like we have some boards to make up the main racetrack. So I'm guessing that you have some modular setups that you can have depending on your intended like race goals or ease, difficulty, etc. We have some additional tokens. I'm guessing that these are some of the power-ups and bonus things that you can interact with that'll be placed out on the board. I like the idea too of being able to upgrade and do different things as you're racing. Okay, and then we have 2 more boards here. There's one. And last one, merry-go-round, toasted sticks. These are side A, so yep, there's B. So it looks like each game will have a different variable racetrack that you can set up. And I see lasers and all sorts of fun things, charging stations, not sure exactly what, but each of these boards seems like it has some different things, like the merry-go-round has this in the center. We have spin class with all these spinners. Toasted, where you're just gonna get lasered, it looks like. Confusion, that does look quite confusing. Sticks, like the river. Double Zap. We have the Abyss, just a giant hole to fall into, and the Pits with multiple different pits. Very cool. So yeah, I can see how this would be a lot of fun in terms of kind of trying to harness some of that chaos and anticipate what other players are going to do as they're programming their different robots to move around. It seems like you can interact with the other robots to kind of push them. So we have our unique dice that you'll be utilizing, as well as the little player pieces for those robots. We have some unique cards too. So I'm wondering if these are some of the different power-ups that you can get, and it looks like you can program dice in there then. Very cool. Smack you around, strafe, angular retrofit, overclock. Yeah, so some customization there as well. And I'm personally a big fan of games that utilize real-time elements. It is something that I find to be exciting instead of trying to min-max and optimize, just seeing how quickly you can adapt to certain scenarios. So I am very excited to try this one out. Ooh, and we have a really concise, nifty reference card here with the round sequence, the die faces, and then specific elements that are found on the board. And then we have our different player boards. And these are like really nice laminated finish. Smashbot, Twonky, Hammerbot, and Zoombot. Excellent. So yes, I'm very excited to try this one out and share more thoughts on it in next month's first looks. Ooh, we need a little baggie. First looks. Right. I didn't bring my big box of bags, so we're a little limited on storage, but I did bring like one big thing of baggies. So I'll have to grab that next time I'm back down and transporting goods to the house. But the exciting news is our game room is pretty much almost set up. So I'll be posting pictures of that over on Discord and maybe on Instagram. We'll see. All right. So that is our first game, Robo Rally Dice. Again, huge thank you to designer King Klinko, friend of the channel, for giving us a copy. Just by happenstance, bumped into him at Protospiel in Madison. So very excited to try that one out. And now we're going to get to some of the different games that I got from our sponsor, Noble Knights. So let me just make sure we're looking okay here as far as stream goes. I'm extra paranoid because last time we were streaming, it kind of crashed. It crashed at like the perfect point. I finished reviewing one shelf, but then it was not so good. So just want to make sure we're good to go there. All right. Let's see. And I may or may not have continued to stream for like 7 to 9 minutes until I realized that when I looked over, I'm like, oh wait, the stream's not even live anymore. So just checking on that. Might be a little paranoid. All right, I'm just gonna go from whatever's on top. So we have Chroma Mix from designer George Zhang, who is also a friend of the channel. They were local back when I lived in Illinois. So Chroma Mix, use cyan, magenta, and yellow to mix the perfect color. You play cards to get colors, mix these into stronger cards, and then there are synergies that will help you win depending on the different win conditions. So it is for ages 12 and up, 1 to 4 players in 30 minutes. So I'll be excited to try this one out multiplayer as well as potentially solo. I like the idea of a color game that doesn't rely on just, you know, matching colors and things like that. So that should be pretty interesting. And I've heard good things about this one, so I'm excited to finally be able to try it out. Okay. Let's see. Oh, do I have my... Uh-oh. I'm all sorts of... There we go. I did bring it. All my supplies are everywhere, just getting packed, unpacked. I don't know where anything is. Also, it's strange because at the old place, I have like 2 desks to make an L-shaped configuration desk kind of dealio. So at my old place, it was this way with the side piece on the left, and now I have it on the right. So I'm all sorts of disoriented here. All right, so we have Chroma Mix. We have our rule book. Ooh, these cards are so colorful. And it's really just a bunch of different cards that are going to interact in different ways. So it looks like there are some basic actions you can do. You can like print, which is play a card, mix, refill, swap, And then there are some different ways that you can end the game. There's a solo variant as well. Adequate amount of tiebreakers. I don't know if y'all are a fan of ties, but it is a common joke within our groups about shared victory. I'm on the side of no shared victory, so there's only ever one or no tie breaks. It's always sus to me. And then we have advanced rulings, as well as some different combinations or types of cards and what they do. Very cool. Wow, I love how colorful this one is. Petrol, is that a color? I didn't know. I thought I was pretty hip to all the different colors, but maybe not. And then we have our cards themselves. So we'll just take a quick peek at that. All right. Oh. Oh, it is a baggie. It's just taped down. Whoops. Well, my bad. Probably put them in a bigger baggie anyway, just so they don't get, oh my, just so they don't get, the card edges don't get ruined. Yeah, we're gonna do not that. Okay. Oh my goodness, I am getting tape everywhere. Help. Okay, should be good there. All right, so we have some of our different cards: orange, pear, raspberry, azure, slate gray. I really love the look of this game, and I like the little kind of printer-esque pixelated details in the corners. Lemon, violet, turquoise, cerulean. Very cool. All right, we have some reference cards here as well. Our different basic cards, light yellow, pale magenta, prism. Ooh, so yeah, it's all about, if you're not familiar, these are the different colors that are used for printing for inks. I'm not an expert in color theory, but it's different from your painting colors, like primary colors, red, blue, green. I'm not sure why that is. I'm assuming it has something to do with like properties of light and all sorts of sciencey things that I am not well versed in, but it's kind of like primary colors, except for printing. Not sure why that's different. Somebody more educated on the topic than I am could let us know in the comments or in the chat. Okay, so we have our Chroma Mix cards. I'm gonna put these, yeah, I'm gonna put these all together. I don't know for setup if the level 1s, 2s, etc. are supposed to be separated out, but we'll go ahead and do that for now. And then we have our mix cards, or a couple of mix cards, or chroma cards. Okay. Oh, and they have numbers on them as well. Interesting. Okay. And then we should be good. Alrighty. So these are for solo play only. Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make these stacks a little more even, and then we should be good on that one. And again, hopefully I'll get to play all these games this month and give you some first looks, first thoughts in next month's monthly plays videos. That is Chroma Mix from George Zane. All right, this feels like it keeps tilting. Am I crazy? Maybe a little bit. We'll see. Okay. Next up, we have a game that I've really been wanting to try for a while. I just hadn't really found a copy until I was at Noble Knight. They had it just like on the shelf, and I was like, yes. So this is Yellow House from Mandu Games, designer Gionil, and gorgeous art by Edu Vals, I believe. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but as artists, you entertain heated debates. 4 topics always come back: passion, skill, money, and of course, inspiration. In order to win the game, you must have the final word by playing your last card. To do so, make claims and strengthen the 4 topics. So I believe this is inspired by 2 famous artists, Van Gogh, and I'm not sure who the other artist is. I'm sure we'll find out once we open the box, but it is a 2-player game, about 30 minutes, ages 8 and up. Yeah, Vincent van Gogh stayed in the Yellow House in Arles, rented it, and wanted to establish a community of artists. So Paul, oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce their last name. I know I've heard it and I know it's nothing like how it's written. But unfortunately they didn't get along. So this is about the contention between these two artists, trying to reconcile their philosophies about arts. So it is another card-based game. I personally love card games. Ooh, we have a little playmat. Gorgeous. Love that. It's like canvas. It's pretty sturdy as well. So that's very cool. And then we have our different tokens that represent the 4 domains, our artist palettes, and our cards. I'm especially excited. I posted over on Discord, but we got some patio furniture for the new place, and we've been able to do a little afternoon session of board gaming out on the patio in nature, and I feel like this would be a perfect game to play outside. All right, so we have some different cards that are, oh, I don't know why that top one's upside down. A reflection of those different domains. Very cool. So it seems like the rules are quite simple. And here are the support cards. Here are the reference cards. It seems like the rules are quite simple, but I'm hoping that there's a lot of depth of strategy to the game itself. We'll have to see. All righty, awesome. So that is the Yellow House. And we have a couple more games left. So let me go ahead and put this off to the side. And we'll see what else is here. Also, why is chat not showing up? Well, hi if you're here. Sorry, my chat isn't showing up at the moment, but hopefully it will. Question mark? I'm not sure. All right, next game, we'll just get all the little ones out. This one I had not heard of, but again, oops, my necklace is sticking to the magnetic strip on the mic. Sorry if that was loud. Turnip. It looks like a pretty cute game from Ken Jenkins, illustrated by Liz Manoles, from publisher Rose Gauntlet. I haven't heard of them before. Quick and easy bluffing game for the whole family, set in a silly world where turnips may be taken just a tad too seriously. It's time to plant those turnips and see if you have the most turnips to win. So you're going to draw cards and announce the number of turnips you've planted, but you can bluff and lie about it. So you might be able to require people to reveal their cards, and you just keep going to see who can get the most turnips. This one seems really cute, like an introductory bluffing game. Not maybe too dissimilar to things like Spicy. I just really love the art. Oh my gosh, look at how precious this is. Ah, okay. I really love the art and theme. Turnip Kingdom, and it was super cheap being that it was used copy, so I figured, hey, why not? Could be a fun one. All right, so you turnip and then you harvest, and that's really kind of it. So we have our little, oh my goodness, these are so extra. Look at this dude. Can you guys see this little turtle? Let me take him out of the bag so there's less glare. Hi, look at that. And then we have a crown, a turnip crown. That's crazy. Is there somewhere in the world that is super obsessed with turnips where they have like turnip festivals and things? I did not know, but apparently in the Midwest and the US, they have like corn festivals, which I did not know about. And also in Germany, they have Spargelfest, which is like asparagus festivals. I had no such idea that these things existed. The little turnips are even so cute. Okay. And then we have our cards. Oh my gosh, look at these illustrations. These are so darling. Ah, it's the Last Supper, but there's just a giant turnip. Cute. Oh, these are all, is this called The Creation or something? All different, I'm not sure what the right terminology is, but they're all referential to, it looks like mostly religious paintings from, I'm not sure which century or how to classify them, but these all look very familiar. Um, yeah, this is with the ladies standing on the shell. Again, not sure. Are they from the classical period? I don't know. I don't think so. Renaissance? No. Clearly, I need to uh, brush up on my art ed between Yellow House and Turnip. Who knew? All right, so very excited to try this one out. Again, it seemed just like a quick, easy little bluffing game with a really gorgeous presentation to it. Look at this little guy. Got a little floof on his tail. Okay, awesome. Let's keep going, shall we? Maybe up here, maybe up here. Yeah, why not? Perfect. Okay, next up we have a game from Allplay, Oddlands. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is from Dan Schumacher, art by Cam Kendall. This is, I'm a little skeptical. I really like these little box games from Allplay, like the card games, a lot of their trick-taking games, Ghost of Christmas, Nine Lives, Lunar. Those are all great. Some of their other smaller box games I'm not sure about. Ruins, I unboxed a couple a month or two, maybe 3 months ago. I'm not sure. And that was okay, but we'll see about this one. This one's tiling. So it is explore the island, document the species, score for discoveries, 1 to 5 players, 30 minutes, 11 and up, small box, big game. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. Hold on. Which way do we go? Maybe? Is that better? We'll see if it stays. It might start to shift. Nope. It might start to shift back. I think that's what's been happening. Right. Okay, anyway. Oh, there's an expansion. Okay, good to know. Let's see. So, as always, pretty concise rules for an Allplay game. Setup, overview, turns, and game end, and then tips and reminders. Sounds great. We have, oh, I guess there's a dry erase score pad. Perfect. We have on your turn. Oh my gosh, these are huge. I expected kind of like normal sized cards, but these are ginormous. What's happening? So we have several player references. We have Pigeon Horse, Begator. Is it a beaver gator? Yeah. Pangaroo, pangolin kangaroo. This one's a pigeon horse, if you missed that. Grizzly. It's a grizzly bear sheep. Okay. Owloose, owl moose, and flora. Just cards, just flowers for solo. And we have our solo rules. Interesting. Are they the same? Okay, so they have 2 different sides, which have different scoring per different character. And then here are our cards. This seems excessively large. Oh, I love the backs though. Look how gorgeous those are. These seem excessively large. I feel like this is going to take up so much table space. I do really like the art, but I feel like it didn't need to be this big. Oh, and it's unique art for the different spaces. Like, look at all these beach spaces. Got a couple different pieces there, which I appreciate. That's nice. It's a good touch. Okay, and then we have our little dudes. So these are, I'm not sure why they're different colors for each different one. And then we trash that one. Oh, wait. So we'll just put these in baggies. Is it for, everybody gets a set of their own color. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let me put these back in here. I would be curious to know, I was looking at, they had several of these smaller box games at Noble Knight. That had come out recently. I think there was one about Vegas. There was one about money. I'm failing to remember what the other ones might have been. But if y'all have any recommendations of which of these games might be worth looking into, I'm curious to try more of them. I just don't really know which ones. They seem like they might be kind of hit or miss just based on preliminary investigation. Do I need a unique bag for each player, maybe? We'll see. And it's nice because obviously through Noble Knight, they're all pretty affordable. And so it's a little easier to kind of like try some out and see how they go. But I would like to know if there are any that y'all would recommend checking out specifically. That might be at least a good starting point, and then I can go from there. Okay. Sounds good. So it looks like the deluxe version has specific whatchamacallit, meeples for each player for these guys instead of just the tokens, which might be cute. But also these tiles are huge. My word. Are there enough bags for each color? Yes. Okay. I just can't sort colors. So for a moment I was like, wait a minute. They put all these baggies, but not the right amount. Okay. So yeah, it looks like a variable scoring for each different species each game. That's kind of nice. I'd be curious to see as well how solo goes. I do generally, tile laying as a primary mechanic is not my favorite. I like it in combination with other mechanics. But for solo, I find that I like it quite a bit more than I usually do with multiplayer. Just because I think there's a little bit more control when playing solo for a lot of tiling games, just how they play out mechanically. So we'll have to see again if I'm able to get this one to the table. Multiplayer and solo, compare the two, see what's what. Throw the marker in there so I don't forget that. Okay. Ooh, this box barely fits everything. Hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. Hopefully I'm responding in a timely manner. My chat has been acting up. All right, so that is Oddland. Let's see what else we have. We have one more smallish box game, Typewriter, from Tim Fowers, Jeff Beck, and Sky Larson. Art by Ryan Goldsberry. So this is from the same kind of line of games as paperback and hardback, which I liked paperback. I love hardback. This one uses, instead of cards and deck building, it uses poker chips. So I'm curious. I love word games. Yeah, I was hoping, I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to go live today. And then it worked out. Oh, I forgot to put a link in Discord. That was my bad. I put it up on Instagram. So we have, let's see. Oh, sorry, back of the box. So this has 100 double-sided letter keys. That's a lot. Is it poker chips? It feels heavy. I don't think it's just, whatchamacallit? Cardboard. Typewriter. Players use their collection of keys to spell words, but plan ahead because all of the keys will flip. You play as wannabe authors doing the freelance writing hustle and rummaging through old parts so you can build a better typewriter than the competition. It's a new evolution of word games. So you spell a word, you fill the meter, use the meter, and then flip a word and gain a key. So these represent your different keys on the typewriter. Very cool. Not too much, these games. But I mean, it'll be up, the video will be up after the fact too, so you can always go back and watch it when you have time. Oh gosh, there's a lot happening. What the heck? Okay, I'm just gonna take everything out of the box and then we'll put things in the box. Oh, this is the first time I've ever seen a new copy of a game put the rules on the bottom. Interesting. I know that some people store their games that way, and that's their problem, but I've never seen it come like that. Yeah, so here we have our player boards, very cute. I'm guessing you can track down here and then you get special bonuses once you have certain numbers. Yeah, so that's your meter, it would seem. Okay, let's see what's what. So we have all these different keys. Having the perfect typewriter, the most important part. You take starting keys, which it looks like are these green ones. Oh, so you have 4 starting keys, which are the same for all players, but the 2 sides are different. And then you have 2 of the, whatchamacallit, standard keys, non-starting keys. Okay. Interesting. And then you can flip to get the specific action. Okay, okay. So you're building up the different keys that you have, but they're not always utilized the exact same way. Very interesting. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and punch these and put them in a baggie. All right. And then we'll put the cards in a baggie. And then these chips, I believe, are going to go into the main bag other than the starting ones. But I'll verify that before we dump them all in there and get myself in trouble. All right. These bags are huge. Oh my goodness. Should be good. Okay. Good for those. And then we have... Yeah, and life is going well. How have you been? Hopefully going to be able to play more games now that we're settled in at the new place a little bit more. Get back to playing more games, I should say. So we have events. We have the player reference for the different meter icons. And then we have some bonuses. Okay. Cool. And the different events of things that can impact your keys. I think I want to... Oh, it's two different size baggies. Very strange. I'm going to swap these. So the cards are in the bigger bag. Less chance of them getting damaged that way, I would say. Okay, let me just verify. 75 letter keys into the shop bag. Give it a good shake. Okay, so we're going to leave the starting ones out and put the rest into the shop bag. This should be the fun part. Y'all ready for the ASMR portion of this video? So these are all the starter ones, the green ones. Okay, so they're like plasticky, not acrylic. Is this acrylic? I don't know. They're very cute. We're going to dump the rest of these into the typewriter bag. We have some double letter keys as well that I see here. Interesting. And they have different colors on the back. I'm guessing that's just for easier reference and like certain suits. So it looks like these like black gray ones with the yellow bands are just points. All right. This is reminding me quite a bit of hardback so far. We have these ones that add to your meter or let you do other things. The red ones. These black ones, it looks like can become wild. Very cool. Very excited to try out more word games, as always. Hey, if there's one thing, at least we're consistent here. I'm going to put all these other baggies off to the side. We'll put them in the bag of bags for later. Okay, and then we have two more games that are a little bit larger. Where am I going to put this? Maybe over here. We'll go ahead and see what's what. So we have Blazon, artwork by Ian O'Toole, game by Dave Conklin. This is from 25th Century Games. So this is the widespread of armorial bearings in the Middle Ages gave rise to a new occupation of herald. These heralds had the responsibility of learning and maintaining the rules and protocols governing the design and creation or blazoning of arms. So we're going to become a herald, carefully select the right elements for your shield board, earn distinctions through shrewd play, earn your rank through accumulation of prestige as you blazon your shield to distinguish yourself among your peers and be crowned the king of arms. And this is, where did it go? Somewhere. Some amounts of players and things. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 14 and up. Look at how cute that is. All right. Ooh, very nice, like linen finish rules. I don't know how necessary that is, but I'll take it. And this is the solo mode. This is multiplayer. Very cool. So we have our shield board. Oh, wait. Yeah, so this is where the different cards will go. Cards underneath. I really like the look of this game. Robo Rally. Blazon? Yeah, me neither. I had no idea. And then we have our shield boards. Ooh, okay. These are very hefty, very impressive. They're for each different player. And it looks like you track your points around the edge. I don't know about that part of it. I might have, I might struggle with that. Just knocking over my tracker here, but we'll see. Ooh, very nice cloth baggie. And then we have our specific things we're putting on here. Wow, okay, this is like primo. Look at these, whoa, okay, sorry. These are chunky. What the heck? Okay, 1 second. I need to get my life together. Eastern Europe, that word means a crazy person. I wonder if it's connected. Are all of those soloable? Chroma Mix is, Robo Rally Dice is 2 to 4. Turnip is a bluffing game, so 3 to 5. Yellow House is 2-player. Oddland is solo. Chroma Mix is solo. Blazon has solo. Yo, though, check these out. Oh, these are sick. I love this art style. These are insane. Look how chunky. Oh, baby. All right. Love that. Love to see it. Do I put them in like a bag? Or do I just leave them in here? I guess we'll just leave them in here just in case. I don't know that that's necessary, but uh-oh. Oh no. I may have made an error. Spatial reasoning, what? Maybe? No. Uh-oh. This should not be this challenging. Y'all, it's been a long day. Okay, Piggy definitely. What the heck? Maybe not. Okay, Piggy definitely goes there. What? Good. Well, we were going to wrap up stream soon, but you know, now this is a whole other challenge. Wait, is it? Okay, there we go. Maybe I flipped a lot of them around and that's why it's challenging. This seems to be the right shape. There we go. Okay. Never fear, or do. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. What the heck? Okay. I feel like this is like the equivalent of like a toddler puzzle. And for some reason, I'm just really struggling. Okay. We're good. Those are the feetsies. That's a foot right there. Nailed it. Hey, if you wanted top quality unboxing skills, I mean, look no further. We have arrived. You're welcome. Okay, I should see what all is in here. So we have our, these boys. Let's look and see what they are. Our achievement animal tokens. I feel achieved. We have our centerpiece board. We have our 4 shield boards. And then we have our player pieces, I'm assuming, which are not sorted out by player, but that's okay, maybe. There are just a couple of things that we need to get. Our distinction markers. So we'll do like purpley pink up here. We'll do sky blue over here. Really interesting choice of player colors as well. I have to say, I'm digging it. Thank you. I strive to achieve perfection in everything that I do. Why is this streaming? Hey, listen. It was only like maybe, I don't know. It was maybe maximum like, I can't even put an accurate number on how long that took because in my mind, I'm like, whatever number it is, it's way too long. If it was anything more than like 20 seconds, you're cooked. We have ink, abatement, ink, and ink. Perfect. I'm going to put these into baggies based on player color. Do that. I wonder if they could fit in here. Apparently something that I say a lot when we're playing games is, could that be a thing? I was packing up dinner at a friend's place the other day and just like looking at the container, trying to figure out if I could fit like both containers into the baggie or something. And he just blurted out, could that be a thing? And I'm like, how did you read my mind? And I said, wait, is that something that I say all the time? Did you say that on purpose to make fun of me? Or was that reflexive? And then we both just kind of like made eye contact for a second and never talked about it again until now, as I'm telling everybody publicly. Now everybody knows. Great. Thanks for being here. Okay, player baggies are made. We also have, what are these? Distinction cards. Wow, this bag is huge. Probably don't need a bag that huge for just a couple cards. 25 of them. Oh, so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And they have different names. So mercenary, commander, balance, potency, variety, simplicity, unity, fidelity. I really like these really clean fonts as well. Big fan of fonts. Put these in a smaller bag. Especially any fonts that are like derived from any sort of like broad nib calligraphy / writing devices. Huge fan. There need to be more games about calligraphy and fonts. Is that a thing that exists? I would imagine so. I know Gutenberg is printing press, but where are all the font games at? All right, let's see what we have here. So these are device cards and element cards. There should be 80 of these device ones. Oh my gosh, a unicorn. Ah. Okay. There should be 80 of these. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Are these elements? Uh-oh, how do I know? These are yellow. I lost track of my counting. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and 1. That's 10. You'll count your cards this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 1, 30. 1, 2, 3, 1, 40. Also, I'm trying to put them in the right orientation as we go. So that's not helping. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have 50 of those. This is one of those yellow ones. 1, 2, 3. So now we're at 60. Coming up on 80. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need 9 more of these blue ones. I wonder if they're mixed in here. Maybe? Yup, looks like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh. Did I miscount? Or I wonder if it's not based on the card back. Well, let's see. Oh, yep, not based on the card backs. I guess I probably just messed them all up, didn't I? Excellent. You love to see it. Let's see what the differences are. Probably should have checked that before. Element cards are the 9 types of heraldic elements. Tincture and device. How do I know the difference? You may be asking, and that would be a great question, and I'm here to answer it. Or not. Your Blazon. Cadency, a system to mark junior branches of a family. Whoa, we're learning all sorts of new words here today. Okay, great. Let's see what the setup says. 2 and 3. All the device cards. Mix in the included expansion device cards. Maybe that's why there are more. How many, you ask? I'm not sure. No, it is separated. Look. Look at this. Look at that. Boom. Boom. They should be separate. So there are just extras because of the expansion. 9, 10. How many? I don't know. I guess we're mixing in the expansion. Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 21. Okay. Great. Nailed it. Like I said, we're just over here being perfect. Don't even worry about it. I'll look into that later. Don't even worry about it. Let's just put all these cards together into the bag. But look, now they're all facing the same way. We have our priorities straight. And the cards. It seems like there are a lot more of these, though, than there are of the other kinds. Oh, lordy. What is happening? Also, these don't fit super well in here. I'm going to use the bigger bag for these. Okay, interesting. There are all those. We should look through and see what are actually on these cards. Shall we? Never count cards to check if they're all there. I only do it with used games. Sometimes there might be something missing, or like sometimes I've had it where like I'm missing like one piece and then they're under the box or something like that. But yeah, with new board games, no. Unless I notice that something is missing. With used games, I always double check to count and make sure. And I'm sorting it anyway, so it seems like a pretty easy step to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So these are just like the backs of the pages. 2. These are all upside down. 9, 10. Now they're the other way. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so yeah, these are just the colors of the different shield bases, if you will, versus the elements. 40 tincture cards. Was that the right amount? I totally forgot because I was talking. There's 10, 2, 3, 20, 1, 2, 3, 30, 1, 2, 3, 40, and then I'm guessing 3 extra from the little expansion. Oh yeah, 3 extra and then 21 extra. It's literally right there. Yeah, so some of these are used. So Noble Knight does new and used games, which is why a lot of them are so affordable. Like I think Blazon, between you and me, I think Blazon was like $18. It was disgustingly affordable for all of this. Like, just look at this boy. You would take him home for $18 plus the rest of the game, right? Look at that little tongue sticking out. Actually, all of them have tongues out. All 5 boys, tongues out. I was going to continue down that line of discourse and we'll just stop there. I would like to stay monetized. 20 Herald tokens, but there was 1 extra, maybe? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. For some reason, it just wasn't in the right baggie. There you go. This is why we check. All right. And our Blazon cloth baggie, for some reason, guess we'll find out what goes in there later. Is it just for cuteness? Is this where the boys go? Is this meant to be their home? I think it is. It doesn't have it anywhere in the setup. The solo you win by getting all 5 animal achievement tokens. I think it's just the storage for the boys. All right, so yeah, could that be a thing? Oh, I'm glad you saw. Why are you glad that you saw it first for Mayor of Chicago? Like before you played or before other ones? All right, boys, we're going home. All this work we did. See, I was just flexing. I just wanted to show my superior spatial reasoning skills just so we can take these boys out and send them home to their bag, to their very nice Blazon bag. Watch them not even fit in here. That would be hilarious. They're like cookies. They're like really giant, hefty cookies. No, this is definitely what that was made for. Look at that. 5 tonguey boys. All in there. Plus a game. All for $18. Craziness. Okay. I digress. We'll go ahead and get to the last game so everyone can get back to their real life, myself included. But why would we ever want to leave? Okay. What's happening? I always feel like towards the ends of streams, things like tend to really go off the rails. I don't know if it's just a time thing or if it's like the sense of impending doom of real life coming back. The print and play streams were the worst. I did get another new printer for the new place, so maybe we'll do a print and play stream. Maybe. And maybe it won't be a huge disaster where everything stops working and we can actually, you know, end up doing some stuff with some cool games. Maybe? Question mark? I don't know. We'll see. All right, last game is the largest, which is why I'm trying to like, you know, got everything situated. This is Tribes of the Wind. Ta-da! By Joachim Tomei. Pronunciation. And art by Vincent Detroit. Look at that bird. That's a good bird. This is 2 to 5 players, ages 14 and up, 20 minutes per player. Interesting. So this one says, pollution has covered the ruins of past civilizations. Only the tribes of the wind remain, flying from tree to tree to clean up the forsaken lands. Play as a guide of those tribes and use the back of your opponent's cards to optimize each of your actions. Reach your goals and make your territory a nice place to live. Choose your actions depending on the cards of your opponents, unlock new powers and goals during progress, and then clean up the area around your capital forests and develop your villages. Why is this double shrink wrapped? What's happening? That is like, I don't know why. That is so concerning to me. I have never had that happen. Mispronounced Studio Ghibli. Yeah. Ghibli? Ghibli? Ghibli. It's just Ghibli, right? Why is this double shrink wrapped? I don't trust it. What's happening? Is this a known thing? Is this like somebody re-shrink wrapped the shrink wrapped game? I'm so confused. Oh gosh. That's I don't like that. All right. Okie dokie, Tribes of the Wind. Let's see what we've got in here. Definitely very pretty. I'm intrigued by the idea of having to adapt to what your opponents are playing. We'll see. So we have some nice card holders for that purpose. We have a million bags. Every bag you could ever see in the world. Oh gosh, love the game. Play as a guide using elemental magic to fight pollution, grow forests, and build new cities in the canopy and secure the future of humankind. That's just my normal Tuesday. Okay. Good. I'm trying to see what things go in which baggies so we can be a little more organized. However, you may think that as I'm going through these rules that I'm looking for indications of how the pieces are sorted. I assure you I am not. I am just looking at how cute and beautiful all these illustrations are and like pretty colors. So glad we did that. Order too many fillings for your burrito. Tortilla breaks. Have to use a second tortilla. Yeah, but there was nothing wrong with the original shrink wrap. Ooh, hello. Okay. These are the player boards. Very nice. Oh, dang, girl. I usually play as yellow because it is the least picked color in our game groups. Everybody goes for the different colors. And now I am so used to picking yellow that if I play any other color, I inadvertently end up moving the yellow player's pieces. It's like a known thing. Okay, and Fire Lady. It may or may not also be, but like, look at this character. That's value right there. We may or may not also try to entrap certain members of our game group into stating that I am yellow. You'll just be like, you can't say that. It's 2026. But you know, who's counting? I know, right? But like, which one? I feel like if I did hair and makeup, I could be either of those characters, plausibly, you know? Just get me a sick, over-the-shoulder, asymmetrical cape like that. And some gel for my hair. I used to have super short hair. Like a pixie cut. Yeah. I can make that work. Just grow out the back and cut the top short again. First shrink wrap was contaminated? What do you mean contaminated? That's concerning. These are cute little tiles. Okay, okay. Looks like there's some like engine building test elements. I think I need a bigger bag. These bags are all slightly almost the same size, but not. And it's kind of wigging me out. Okay, I think tiles can go in here. And then we'll be good. And this is the last game. So after this, we'll just do a quick wrap up, talk about each game, and then we'll be on our way. This is much better. It's just so close in size, but it's not the same. The source. Hi, welcome. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try to do also a better job of scheduling in advance when live streams are happening and remembering to post on Discord, etc. But it's been challenging with moving and all of that jazz just to like even find time to record and stream. So appreciate all y'all being patient with that and kind of just, you know, we're doing what we can. But hopefully there will be a little bit more predictability with schedules and things like that. I think these are good for the red and blue pieces moving forward. So we'll see. Don't let me forget these cards. I will forget them. Played this a few times. It's fun until the symbol you want won't show up from the section available. No. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Is there no way to like refresh some of the areas, or is that in reference to like the other players having the right cards? Because that feels like it could be strategic, but if it's just from like a central buying area or something, then that's more problematic. I always appreciate when games have a way to like refresh whatever market or what have you. This is a lot of water and I'm not sure. Wind, cloud, fire, smoke. What's the red? Okay. I feel super behind on new games that are coming out. So if y'all have any recommendations of games I should be looking at or looking into, I just have not had time to do anything other than move. I feel like I haven't even gotten to look at a social media feed. Not that I spend a lot of time looking at social media and things, but you know, just to see like what people are up to, what new games are out. I have not had a spare second to do anything of the sort. So anytime somebody mentions a new game, I'm like, yep, nope, no idea. Zero idea what any of that is. A new Monopoly? Really? So now they'll have like what, 3 different versions of Monopoly? Just part of the game. Sometimes you get lots of these and none of those. Okay, we'll have to see about that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but you could just house rule it to like refresh the this and that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but like, I'm not getting paid for that. That's somebody else's job to figure that out, not mine. Oof, hands are a little cramped. Yeah, moving has not been the best for my tendonitis or whatever's going on with my hands either. So hopefully that will calm down. I can use my hands more fully, like actually hold cards in my hands and things and be able to like pick up board game pieces. It's been rough, guys. I just dropped that little thing. Yeah, this one's been out for a while now. I think Oddland's a little newer. Robo Rally Dice is a little newer. Chroma Mix has been out for a couple years, I think. Turnips, I don't know. Typewriter is relatively new, I think. At least I had not heard of it until I saw it at Noble Knight. It's crazy too because some of these games I found out they only have like at their physical store in, I think it's in Fitchburg technically, but it's right outside of Madison, Wisconsin. They didn't have Typewriter on the website, but they did have it in the store. So I'm very glad that we were able to stop by when we were at Protospiel. Just played my solo over the weekend for the first time, actually refreshing those stores, the only way you can screw someone over, so the mechanic can work both ways. Ooh, interesting. Okay, okay. Feel like that might be potentially very frustrating if you've been like waiting and waiting and then it happens to come up on someone else's turn and they just cuck you out of whatever it is that you need. Have I seen a doctor about it? Yeah, I've tried to, but we could get into a whole thing about my luck with doctors just in general in life. But you know, that's if you want an 8-hour stream, that's where we could go for it. It's also just unfortunately one of those things where I have tendonitis in my forearms, and that's like pretty not prominent, but permanent just from earlier years working as a musician. So that's like something that will always just kind of like, there's no cure for it. Once you've gotten to a certain point, you're always just kind of susceptible to it flaring up. I think my hands are the same, but obviously I use them more, so it becomes a little bit more prevalent, unfortunately. I also just need to do a better job of like managing it, doing like physical therapy stretches and like not overusing them, but that's hard to do when you're like moving and you have so many things that need to get done. It's like, well, I can't really not use my hands. Oh, just have to find the right balance of things. All right, and then we have our cards. Super pretty. 2 stacks of cards. I'll probably just keep them in 2 stacks just so they can fit in the box a little better and hopefully not get damaged in the baggies. And then that will be it. Oh, shoot. I forgot to add these all to my BGG. I'll do it after stream. I'm like, there's no way I got through a whole stream without forgetting something. Oh, let's look at the cards though. Okay, so these are the backs, like the resources that other players can utilize. And then here's some of the card art. So it does look like there are a couple different variations of art for each of the different card suits at least. Yeah. But that's fair. Art's very expensive. So wowie. Cute. Love to see it. No, because this one was double shrink wrapped, although that makes me skeptical. But the cards themselves were shrink wrapped only once, so I trust that. However, if they were double shrink wrapped cards, I wouldn't trust it. We got some more cards. It was like a big, I don't know what that is. Is that like an otter? That dude's seen some things. Yeah, and then we have some different like scoring cards, it looks like. And then some player cards. Very cool. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and throw these in here. This token, I'll just put that in there too, just for fun, so it doesn't get lost. It's about the same size as the cards. Rules go on top. This goes over here. Why does my phone keep buzzing? Oh, I think we're fine. I don't know. No! I just dumped all those bags over. Okay, so we'll do a quick wrap up of all the different games, overview, and then we'll head out. So we started off stream with Robo Rally Dice, which is a new implementation or like a new take on Robo Rally using some real-time elements with dice to program. Gifted to the channel from designer Kane Klenko, friend of the channel. Look, it even says my name on it. Check that out. How special is that? And then we had some other games from our sponsor Noble Knight. So we have Chroma Mix, which is 1 to 4 players, 30 minutes, about mixing together different cards in order to create colors. We have Odd Lands, which is 1 to 5 players, 30 minutes. Tile laying game with some different scoring objectives. We have Yellow House, which is a 2-player card game that plays in about 30 minutes. We have Turnip, which is a little easy, light bluffing game, 15 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 players. And we had Typewriter, which is a word creation game similar to paperback, hardback. This one, oh, did we say 2 to 5 minutes, 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes, ages 10 and up. Everything's 30 minutes apparently, except for these ones. Blazon, which is 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 14 and up. Although it looked like, wait a minute, wasn't there a solo mode included? Solo mode, yeah. Why don't they advertise that? 1 to 4 players, there we go. And then we also have Tribes of the Wind, which is 2 to 5 players, 14 and up, and 20 minutes per player. So all about that 30-minute mark, depending on, except these two, maybe. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the games I'll be trying out this month from a variety of sources. Very excited to get into them. I've played none of these prior to obtaining them this month, so it should be good. Hopefully we'll have more time to just sit and play games and enjoy, and hopefully more time to record, stream, etc. I've got a couple of solo games lined up that I'm really excited to play through. I have lists and lists and lists of games to burn for disappointing games list videos. So fingers crossed that everything goes as planned and we can get back to more of that. But yeah. Physically build the temple. For which one? Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, so all of y'all who are here live, thanks for joining. It was great getting to hang and chat. Super appreciate your support. And those of you watching in the future, thank you as well. It has been a pleasure, and I'm excited to be seeing y'all more and share more about games and hear more about games that are going on your ends. All right, thanks as always for joining me, and we will see you next time. Bye. If I can find the end screen, there it is. Okay, bye.